guys, how you doing? Tom Spence. Wanted to talk to you about the HCH end of the year tournament we had on Nickajack last weekend on December 9th. It was a good tournament for me. I won. I was very fortunate. Going into the tournament, I was leading the Angler of the Year race. But it wasn't locked up by any means, so I needed to catch them. Didn't need necessarily to win, but I needed to catch them. I needed to catch the fish for the points. So weather conditions, it had rained through the night. We had a warm front come through with a lot of rain in it. It had been raining early that morning and overnight. Was raining a little bit at takeoff and rained up till about mid-morning. Kind of had those low hung clouds in the mountains that you could see in the video. A little bit of wind out of the south. I think it got maybe as high as 10 mile an hour or so. But kind of wet, warm front. That was the day that they had the tornadoes up in Clarksville and Nashville. So, yeah, definitely had some stormy weather coming in later. Water temps, I saw 55 to 57. Air temps, probably about 56, 57 at takeoff, and I think we got as high as 61. For me, I didn't have any practice time. The boat had been down, had a couple cells go bad in my trolling motor batteries the week before, so I decided to make the jump. It was good a time as any to make the jump to lithium, so I ordered all new lithium batteries for the boat, the whole setup. 3 trolling motor batteries, a big starter battery, and had gotten those in just a couple days before the tournament. Didn't have any practice time. But Nickajack's a lake that, I may not have the biggest stringer, but I always catch fish down there, and I felt pretty good about it. I knew we took out of Sullivan's, and I knew exactly what I was going to do going in. I was going to run south down to the area around Marion County and all that around I-24. I was going to start on Rip Rap, and if that didn't pan out, then I was going to start jumping points, looking for wind, and that's exactly what I did. Looking for wind-blown points with some grass on them and 3 to 6 feet of water, and I stuck to that plan, and it worked out. My last fish of the day, I had 5 keepers. I had about 13 or 14 fish and 5 keepers. In hindsight, it would have definitely changed things up, but hey, that's the way it always works out, right? My last keeper came at between 2:30 and 2:35. You'll see it on the video. And I was fishing a wind-blown point on an island, and I looked past the island, and there's I-24 and all the riprap along I-24 on that, I guess it'd be the south side of the interstate. And the wind was blowing right into it. And how I didn't pick up on that or see that earlier in the day, I kind of kicked myself for not picking up on that, for not staying aware of that. But I decided I had 10 minutes left, and I decided, well, I'm going to run into there, and I'm going to just fish as much of a stretch of that riprap as I can, throwing an Alabama rig. And I did it, and within 3 or 4 casts, I had my 5th keeper. I wish I could have had an hour to work up that bank, but I probably could have called up. But, hindsight being what it is, 2020, I still had a good day, especially for going in with no practice. So the things that worked for me, I mentioned the Alabama rig. I have it sitting right here. This is the Diamond Baits Tightwad, the 3.5 inch. Through that, on my dummies, I had a couple Kitex, and on my hooks, I was throwing it's the Fishco OG Swimmer in Smoke Shad. Very good little swim bait, tough as nails. I caught several fish on these, and I never had to change one out. Just a really, really good little swim bait. My setup on that, I'm throwing it on a 7.5 foot Favorite Defender, heavy action, that's got a fast tip. with a Daiwa Tatula 200 reel on 20-pound fluoro. I believe this is 20-pound Yozuri fluoro. So on that setup, I can throw this thing all day, especially this smaller. It's good for bigger A rigs, you know, maybe your 4 to 5.5 inch A rigs, but it throws this little one all day long and it'll wing in a mile. So nice little setup for that. After that, caught several fish and keepers on a small swim bait. This is the Fishco Slim Swimmer, sorry, an electric shad, and I was throwing that on a Diamond Baits V-Lock head, little 1/8 ounce head with the screw lock on it, V-Lock hook. And this, I'm telling you, this is it comes in a 1/0 or 2/0 hook. This is a great little swim bait head. If you have not tried it, find it, give it a whirl. It's a good little head, real sharp hook, keeps them buttoned up. I never even set the hook on any fish. I just reeled into them and leaned back, and they were buttoned. That's a great little swim bait, that Fishco Slim Swimmer. Just gives them a little different look. You know, they see Kitex and all day long. So a little different look, a little different action, especially when, you know, you pair it with this Diamond Baits head. It gives a little roll back and forth. Really good setup. Throwing that on a Dobbin Sierra 704 on 10-pound braid to a 10-pound Yozuri leader, fluorocarbon leader. Lastly, I was throwing lipless crankbait. This is the Yozuri Rattling Vibe, 3/8 ounce in citrus shad. Throwing that on a 14-pound line on actually a Joe Burns custom monster crank rod with a Daiwa Tatula 200. That rod is really good for me for fishing grass with the lipless crankbait. I mean, you can yo-yo it, especially for yo-yoing up out of the grass and ripping it out of the grass. Got an extra long handle, so you can kind of do that, get that lever action going, so you don't wear yourself out so bad. And really good setup. Fish were liking that. I did catch one short on a Yozuri Rattling Vibe in the, I believe it's the Ghost Pearl Shad. I snagged him. He was going for it, but I snagged him. He was short anyway. But I had a couple keepers on that citrus shad, and they inhaled it. When they hit it, they absolutely inhaled it back to the crunchers. So that was what I did. That's what worked for me. Threw some top water early, you know, white buzzbait. Never got touched on that. Even threw a light Texas rig around in that grass a little bit. Didn't get touched on that. Threw a jackhammer, didn't work. It's just when I found what they were biting on for me, I stuck to those 3 baits and narrowed it down. So all in all, real good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Got all my catches on there. Probably do some additional commentary on that too. So hope you enjoy it. Give me a subscribe, give me a like, and guys, take care.
Stop. Okay.